Not a single empty seat in the building. Fans packed in like sardines to catch this one. Jackets led early. Caleb Atkinson. String music on the three. Big night from the freshman. Crusaders respond in suit. Luke Anderson nets the triple. 7-5 Williamstown. Good kick out from Preston Randolph leads to a Leo D'Angelo three ball. Still just a 2-point game. More damage from distance. Nate Nicely. He's going to bury the corner three. Back and forth we go. Top of the key, Carter Nelson is on target from beyond the arc, giving Catholic the early lead. How about Nelson once more? Nearly the same exact spot. Bullseye. Crusaders go up 4 to the second half. Wyatt Powell hits Dom Stracula. Open three is true. Jackets retake the lead. Anderson working on Tyler in the paint. Nice spin move, and the student section likes that one. D'Angelo left open now, wide open. He is in transition. Timeout Williamstown as Catholic leads 49-38. Now Randolph gonna give Catholic their largest lead of the night at 13 points. Williamstown though fighting back. Stracula knocked down from the corner, lead down to 8. Tyler Kaiser fighting through contact to bring it down to 6, but the Crusaders able to hang on and take down Williamstown 60-55.